Hello, I'm Alyssa, and today I decided to make a new kind of video for my channel, and that is if you like this, try that, which I've always found really fascinating, but I've never made one myself, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make one! So today, all of my choices are, if you liked Black Mirror, try insert title here, or vice versa. If you don't know what Black Mirror is an anthology series that is a Netflix exclusive. It's been compared to a modern age Twilight Zone, and every episode's a different story, so you can watch them in any order. They all have different directors, different casts. It's just really fascinating and also terrifying to see how technology affects us and could affect us in the future. If that sounds like something that you would like, definitely check it out. If you're already a fan of Black Mirror though, I have a few other suggestions to whet your sci-fi, technology, terror appetite. If you're looking for a couple of new TV shows to watch and you're currently just in a Black Mirror drought, first off I have to recommend Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams. This went under the radar because it came out around the same time as Black Mirror Season 4, but it's still excellent. This is based off Philip K. Dick's short stories, and each episode, again, is an anthology series, so every episode's different, the cast is different, the stories are different. It's very well done, the visual effects are outstanding, and I thoroughly enjoyed the first season. Is it as good as Black Mirror? No, but it has room to be improved if it gets renewed for another season. If not, this is still a fantastic standalone series that I think more people should watch. If you have Amazon Prime, get on it. Get on it. It's fantastic. You'll see actors like Anna Paquin, Bryan Cranston, Terrence Howard, Vera Farmiga, just all these amazing actors portraying these really fantastic stories, which, by the way, if you've read the short stories, all of these episodes are nothing like the short stories, so they stand on their own, they're different, you're not watching a retread, and I just think it's so underrated. Another show that I highly recommend if you like Black Mirror is Altered Carbon. Now this is a very, very graphic show, both in violence and sexuality and nudity, so keep that in mind, but it's got an incredible story. It's based off Richard K. Morgan's book of the same name, and it's just fascinating. It's so well done, well edited. The visual effects, again, are spectacular. Joel Kinnaman is a revelation. He is so good as Takeshi Kovacs. The story is a mindfuck, and you do have to pay attention throughout the whole thing or you'll be confused as fuck. Because this story deals with a man, Takeshi Kovacs, who wakes up 250 years after he dies in a new body, or sleeve as it's called. But they transferred his stacks, which are implanted in the spine and hold the person's personality and traits and flaws and all that great stuff. He wakes up in this new body, which who wouldn't want to wake up in the body of Joel Kinnaman? And he has to kind of figure his way out in this new world. He is very much a fish out of water. And he also gets hired to try to solve this guy's murder, who has also been re-sleeved. So it's very confusing, and I'm probably not doing a great job explaining it, but trust me, it's fantastic. Watch it. I also have to recommend a short story which you can find on YouTube, and that is called Strange Beasts. It's about this man that is developing an augmented reality app. It's just a wonderful little treat of a short film that actually makes you think, and the visual effects are really good, especially considering this is probably made on a lower budget. I highly recommend you check this out if you like short films, or if you just want to watch something that's like 5 minutes long. Strange Beast totally fits into that Black Mirror aesthetic. And now for full-length films that I could recommend that are kind of in the same vein as Black Mirror. First up is Predestination. I always have to recommend this movie. It's one of my favorites of all time, and it is a very, very twisted story, and it's got superb performances from Ethan Hawke and Sarah Snook. I can't talk about the story too much without ruining it. It's just something that I never saw coming when I saw this movie. I was blown away. I've watched it several times and it holds up every single viewing. It does deal with temporal loops and time travel and stuff like that. So if you're into that, definitely check this out. But this also does deal with some technological things. But it's very heavy sci-fi, and if you like that, I think you'll really enjoy Predestination. The next film I want to suggest is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. A lot of you have probably seen this, but there are probably a lot of you that haven't, because this stars Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. Jim Carrey is not humorous in this movie. And it's about this couple who are together, but then they separate and they want to forget about each other. The woman goes through with this process because they've developed a drug that will erase memories that you no longer want, but the man decides he wants to keep the memories no matter how painful they are, and you see him travel back through all the memories, both good and bad, and you see his relationship with this woman unfold backwards. It's so moving and thought-provoking, and it's just something so original and rare to see, and I highly, highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Another underrated movie I have to recommend is Mr. Nobody. This stars Jared Leto as the oldest mortal man alive, and you see flashbacks of his life. But the cool thing about this is, every citizen that is currently living in the world is seeing his life play out on these screens. They're watching him as he's nearing death. And then you see his life played backwards, and you see how his life could be different through 3 different choices. So this movie is very much utilizing the butterfly effect, which I love, love, love when I see it in movies or games or whatever. It's really interesting to see how each of the 3 paths were influenced by one small choice, and how divergent each of these paths were, and how different his life was with each path. And Jared Leto is just so good tackling this role. The visual effects, again, are great. The story is actually really hard-hitting and emotional, and it's just really interesting. So definitely check out Mr. Nobody. It is definitely overlooked a lot, but it's so worth your time. And the last thing I'm going to recommend is The Congress. This is a film that is about Robin Wright, the actress, but in this movie, since she's about to turn 45, she is considered too old to be an actress anymore, so she agrees to upload her likeness into this digital realm where they can insert her into pictures and she'll still look youthful. But when they do this, it changes her life drastically, and this movie goes from being live action to animated, and it chronicles both how she became famous after she uploaded her likeness, how it affects her family, and also how this affects her mental state and how her management treats her very badly. It's a very interesting film, definitely one you have to keep your eyes glued to, because if you don't, you'll definitely lose track of the story. But it's so inventive and so out there and just so unique that I feel like you need to watch it. You might hate this movie. This is definitely a love it or hate it movie, but personally I adored it. I loved how meta it was and how it delved into the psyche of Robin Wright, and also how it depicted life in the entertainment industry. And I loved how it utilized both live action and animation. It was really cool, so definitely a movie I would suggest at least giving a try. So those are my suggestions. If you liked Black Mirror, check out those, or vice versa. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Let me know down below in the comments if you're a Black Mirror fan or if you're a fan of anything I mentioned. Share the video if you liked it, because that helps my channel grow. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, but you like what you've seen and heard, hit that subscribe button, along with the notification bell so you'll always be alerted whenever I upload a new video. And also, if you'd like to follow me on social media sites, all those are listed down below in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and kisses.